So, Kat, your expertise is in educational gaming, and my audience, we are designers, we're teachers. Some of us are new to design, up and coming. Some of us have been in it for a while. Many of teachers that I know and work with are in sort of traditional spaces. So we're really interested in ways to integrate educational gaming principles with traditional teaching principles. And maybe you could give us a couple easy access points in for people who are really interested in gaming, but maybe don't know how to implement it in a classroom, or a designer maybe to help talk to teachers about it.
Sure, absolutely. And that's one of the uh, most exciting things that I work on is trying to help educate the educators and how to help them incorporate games into their own spaces, whether it's a classroom, a museum, after school space, or even at home, right? On like a one-to-one basis. And I think the best way to start is to start with something you love and that you feel comfortable with. And even if you're not 100% comfortable, to feel like it's okay to fail, it's okay to mess up, it's okay to experiment, right? So that feeling of, okay, I'm going to try this, but it may not work, and then I'll try something else and see kind of what works. And to almost think of your students as co-designers with you. So think of them as just as much as you are teaching them, that they are also teaching you and teaching you about the games they're interested in and the ways that they might want to use them in the classroom. So, first of all, I have a great resource for anybody who's interested. It's free, it's online, it's completely available to you. It's the Learning, Education, and Games, 100 games to use in the classroom and beyond. It's a resource that lists out 100 different case studies of all different kinds of games. So there's board games, digital games, card games, virtual reality games, all different kinds of games for any kind of grade level and any kind of curriculum need. And we help you to figure out how you might incorporate it into the classroom. So for instance, you might want to use a traditional game like chess or shoots and ladders, and that might be the right fit for your students or curricular needs. But you also might want to think about a more specialized game like Mission US. They have a series of games that focus on American history and different moments in history. Or you might want to focus on social and emotional skills and use games like Kind Words or uh, When Rivers Were Trails to talk about Indigenous peoples and their needs. So there's so many different possibilities, right? And I totally understand that that could be really overwhelming for a teacher. So I would say like the first thing to try is just try a game that you already know. So it could be as simple as checkers or chess or something like Shoots and Ladders or Monopoly or another game that maybe you grew up with, and think about how you might match the game goals to your curricular goals.